Moving to Germany is exciting, but getting around safely can take some time. Traffic rules here are taken seriously, and even small mistakes can put you at risk or result in fines. In this tutorial, we'll cover the basics of walking safely, understanding common road signs, using public transport, and knowing what to do in different situations. By the end of this video, you'll feel more confident navigating Germany safely and responsibly. In this tutorial, we will cover the essential road safety and public transportation tips every pedestrian should know in Germany. We'll begin by learning about traffic islands or Verkehrsinseln and how they help pedestrians cross busy roads safely. Next, we'll look at zebra crossing, known as Zebrastreifen, and understand when vehicles are required to stop for pedestrian. We will then discuss the common mistakes to avoid when crossing the road and the safe practices you should always follow. After that, we'll explain Germany's pedestrian traffic lights, including the famous Ampelmenschen signals, and why it's important to wait for the green light even when the road appears clear. We will also explore the difference between pedestrian walkways and cycle paths so you know where it's safe and appropriate to walk. Next, we'll cover how to use bus stops and show you how the DB Navigator app can help you plan your journey and travel with confidence. Finally, we'll discuss what to do in emergency situations, including the important emergency numbers and how to get help when you need it. So, let's get started. Here, we see a traffic island in the middle of the road. A traffic island acts as a safe haven for pedestrians, allowing you to cross one direction of traffic at a time, pause safely in the middle, and then finish crossing when the other lane is clear. Notice this blue clear sign with a white arrow pointing diagonally downward? This is a mandatory traffic island sign. It indicates to drivers that they must pass to the right side of the island, ensuring vehicle traffic flows correctly around the pedestrian zone. Standing on the footpath, we can see two important traffic signs ahead. The top upside down triangle is a yield or give way sign, and below it is a roundabout sign. Together, they warn drivers approaching in the intersection that they must yield to traffic already circulating inside the upcoming roundabout. When approaching a designated pedestrian crossing, keep an eye out for the zebra crossing sign. As a driver, when you spot a pedestrian waiting, it is essential to gently stop your vehicle and signal or clearly wait, allowing them to cross safely and confidently. This next sign features a split circle with a pedestrian on one side and a bicycle on the other. This indicates a separated path, keeping pedestrians and cyclists safely divided in their own distinct lanes. Below it, the two vertical arrows signify that both lanes operate as two-way paths, with traffic moving in both directions. Respect the boundaries and stay on your designated sign. Now, let's talk about what not to do when crossing the road. Never cross the street blindly while looking down at your phone or wearing headphones. Always eliminate distractions, look both ways, and make eye contact with approaching drivers before stepping onto the tarmac. When reaching a signalized intersection, always wait for the pedestrian signal to turn green, even if there's an absolutely no traffic in sight. Impatiently crossing on a red light is dangerous, sets a bad example, and is illegal in many regions. So, wait for the green light before proceeding.
One eternity later.
Finally, understand the difference between a foot lane and a cycling lane. Sidewalks or foot lanes are strictly for pedestrians, providing a barrier from motor vehicles. Cycling lanes, often marked with red tarmac or bicycle stencils, are dedicated lanes for cyclists to travel at higher speeds safely. Keeping these zones distinct keeps everyone safe. Stay alert, follow the signs, and travel safely. As a pedestrian in Germany, you will often need to use public transport. Every bus stop has paper timetables printed on both. You can read these to find your bus number, see its route, and check what time it is scheduled to arrive. For a much easier way to travel, you can download a public transport app on your phone, just like the DB Navigator. Simply type in where you are right now and where you want to go. The app will quickly show you the fastest connection, the correct bus number, and the exact time you need to leave. Many bus stops also have digital screens up high. These electronic boards are very helpful because they update in real time. They will show you exactly how many minutes are left until your bus arrives, and they will warn you if your bus is running late. When waiting for your bus, pay close attention to which side of the road you are on. Often, there are bus stops on both sides of the street. The buses arriving at these stops might have the exact same number, but they are traveling in completely opposite directions. Always double check for final destination written on the front of the bus or on the timetable to make sure you board the right one. If you are or you see someone else that is injured, call 112 for life threatening situations or 116 117 for non life threatening situation or when you need medical help outside standard medical practice consulting hours. During the call, you must provide important information like where you are at right now, your condition, and what kind of help do you need. Congratulations! You have now learned the essential road safety and public transportation tips to navigate Germany confidently as a pedestrian. We explored how traffic islands and zebra crossing help us cross roads safely and why it is important to follow pedestrian signals and wait for green amphibian even when there are no vehicles around. We also learned how to use pedestrian walkways and cycle paths correctly so we can share public spaces safely with others. When using public transportation, knowing how to identify bus stops and using the TV Navigator app can make your journey easier and more reliable. Finally, we discussed how to react in emergency situations and important numbers to remember when you need help. By staying alert, respecting traffic rules, and understanding how things work in Germany, you can move around safely and independently. Thank you for watching, and we hope this tutorial helps you feel more confident exploring Germany.